haven't gotten the invitations. Our guest list is now under. I paid for all the people that were supposed to be there. I can't do this.
We'll sort it out just now.
Okay, but what are we doing here? You bring me some blue building.
For now, please.
Quinton, you tell me to close my eyes, and now I'm knocking into things. Can you guide me, maybe?
It's dark here, please just close your eyes.
Dlamini has gone on a podcast to talk about the backlash that she received from the public from her divorce. She went on the Motherhood Network podcast with Nanim Goma, and in today's video we divulge in what could be the reason why the public has turned their back against Minnie Dlamini. Now, she was the SA girl. This was the time when we had the likes of Tulo and Bonang in our faces before influencer culture became a thing and celebrities were the it people. This was a time when you didn't have social media to follow your favorite celebs, and you actually had to open a TV and actually watch your local celebrities. Now, she became big in the presenting world when she won the TV show Live, and she ended up going to present Live, which was a music show which used to play on Fridays on SABC1, and she was a hit sensation. Let's not even speak about her face card. She had a very lethal face card. She was known as, I would say, the top 10 South African celebrities, which was so drop dead gorgeous with the body to die for, and she really was soaring in the entertainment space. Now, there is no denying that Minnie Dlamini is a force in the entertainment industry. She's a pioneer. I mean, she moved from presenting music shows to presenting sporting shows to dabbling in modeling to getting into the acting space, and now even becoming a content creator. The longevity is something that she can definitely be applauded for, because let me tell you, it's not easy to still be relevant, not only to the public but also in the entertainment space for almost plus minus 20 years, and she's really killed it. However, I definitely feel like the downfall in her aspect of the respect to her name really has been her dating choices. Now, she began dating Ntombela Nkune in the 2010s, 2000s, and they really hit it off. And this, like I said, was before influencer years, when celebrities would be very private. You know, you would only see them on TV, or you would only see them if a magazine article like released them. So not much information was known. Then obviously these sources which would come out and tell us, you know, a little bit of things that we shouldn't have known. But their relationship didn't last, and unfortunately she was blamed for the separation. And I feel like this is actually when the public decided to actually taint their perception of her completely to becoming Mrs. Jones. Now, she got married to Quinton Jones, who was someone who was behind in the entertainment industry, so they knew each other for quite a while. And in those years of marriage, they had a son called Netta, and they went their separate ways in 2022. Now, this was so predictable, especially if you watch the Becoming Mrs. Jones series on Showmax. So this was like a series where we saw Minnie Dlamini go behind the scenes of the preparations of the wedding, the different weddings that they had, as well as obviously the big white wedding. Now, it was very luxurious, and it's not something that was surprising for us, because I mean, this is the Minnie Dlamini. You know, you can say whatever you want to say about her, but that girl works on her feet. You know, if you know that reference line from Minnie Ntuli. Now, I definitely saw some financial red flags from Quinton Jones, because there were many times where Minnie Dlamini would emphasize that certain things need to be paid in that reality series of Becoming the Jones, and his response was always in a calm manner, but he would always say, but we will figure it out. And I know that if he was figuring out a lot of the finances in that wedding, he should have said, I will figure it out. I will handle it. I will sort it out. And I don't think that Minnie would have a lot of like panic attacks to money if he was figuring it out. But anyway, they got married, and I think that financial aspect was something which affected their marriage completely. And it did not make it worse that after they got divorced, guess what? Quinton Jones wanted alimony. Yes, not only child support, by the way. He wanted alimony. Now, if you don't know what alimony is, it's basically when you separate from a partner and you state that you used to live with someone and they used to take care of certain things, and now you are living separate from them, and now there are certain expenses that they used to take care of and you can't take care of them, so hello, you need that money. And normally we are used to alimony coming, or let's say requested, by females in the relation setting, because again, patriarchy, again, society has put this thing on themselves as men, that men are breadwinners, so women are housewives. So a lot of the time, the whole aspect of women requesting alimony is because of the fact that they most of the time have to give a lot of their careers to become housewives and take care of the house. Now my question is, was Quinton Jones a house husband? Is the question, because I found it very shady that he would request alimony. And I remember that time it did go on public platforms, newspapers released it, and Minnie was very upset. Like, she was angry. She literally would like write tweets or post like statuses on her social media platforms, like in disbelief that this man can literally request alimony and child support. Hey, wow. Surprising that the new guy that she went to after her divorce with Quinton had to have money, and I'm sure that she did not care how he looked. She did not care, what his story was, as long as he had money. And that is one of the reasons I feel like she decided to give Dr. Brian, yes, that messy love triangle, a chance, irrespective of the fact that he had 2 or 3 baby mamas that he deserted, irrespective of the fact that he cheated on his wife, irrespective of the fact that his baby mama, the recent one, literally came out stating that they were still in a relationship when he started seeing, homegirl was like, I need to eat that money one way or another. I mean, he was splurging her on like vacations. He even bought her a car. I'm not too sure if she had to return it, but she was living la vida loca once again, removing all the signs that were there in her face, and I definitely feel like it was a thing of like, I literally looked at the other aspects of a relationship and love, and I left money aside, and now look where I am. So now I'm going to do the opposite. And it's not also surprising that they didn't last, because once again, the red flags were there with Dr. Brian. Now, with all that being said, I definitely feel like this whole thing affected her image once again. People were not happy that she was not a girl's girl. People were not happy that she literally was ready to ruin her image and her brand, all because of a guy, And it also goes back to the fact that even when she presents and she literally gives her opinions of her previous relationships, she will get backlashed. And this goes back to the whole point of this video, is she sits and she wonders why the public is actually giving her scrutiny or making her seem like the bad guy. Unfortunately, is the choices that she has made. Now, I really wish that the next relationship that she has, she keeps it off social media platforms. She makes it private. Now, I know that we're in today's society where it is kind of scary to make someone fully private, because then you might be, boohoo the clown, but I definitely hope that she's able to remove, the aspect of men and dating outside, her career. Because if we look at Minnie's career as a whole, let me tell you, no one would actually fault her, because besides her love life, she's never been a messy character. She's never been involved in any other beef besides that. And it really shows you that, hey, as women, you need to be very careful when it comes to men, because they can really damage so many aspects of your life without you actually, seeing that as a whole. But anyway, this video is not to say that Minnie Dlamini is innocent in all those relationships and she's a victim, but I definitely think that this is a cautionary tale to just be careful, as a woman, and ensure that whatever you do, you look at all the flags and you look at how it's really going to impact your brand, especially if you're putting a brand. I think if there's one celebrity who does it really well, is Bonang. Now, I know Bonang has been involved in a lot of, private relationships, but the way she's able to quickly remove herself as a brand from that image is actually something which needs to be studied. But anyway, do let me know if I got it wrong, or if you agree with some of my sentiments, or anything else that you think is the reason why she has so much backlash towards her, especially since it mainly comes from her dating life. Anyway, we have come to the end of today's video. Do let me know down below your thoughts, your opinions. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that post notification bell down below. Till next time, love and light. Bye.